Please welcome our DJs for tonight, DJ Supreme and DJ D Sharp. Please welcome coaching Team Just Us. Let's hear it for Steph Curry. And coaching Team TCC, our host for the SC30 Showcase, three-time NBA champion and Golden State Warriors superstar, Steph Curry. First from Team TCC, here's a 6'9" forward hailing from North Granby, Connecticut. From the class of 2019, wearing number 9, Jaden DeClaire. From Columbus, Georgia, he's a two-way 6'6" wing and a member of the class of 2019. Stand up for number 32, Jaquan Walton. This 6'9" rising senior out of the Bronx led his team to the Under Armour Challenge Championship. On your feet for number 5, Precious Achua. A personal 6'5" guard from the class of 2019. Let's hear it for number 10, Zach Harvey. Up next is a 6'10" forward from Dublin, Ireland. One of the most physically imposing players in the class of 2019, wearing number 22, Aiden Ikeha. He's an explosive 6'6" guard that attends San Joaquin Memorial in Fresno, California. From the class of 2020, wearing number 3, Jalen Green. A 6'3" guard from the class of 2019. He will attend Oak Hill Academy in the fall. From New York, get loud for number 1, Cole Anthony. From Tinton Falls, New Jersey, he's one of the best scorers in the class of 2019. Give it up for number 2, Brian Antoine. And a 6'9" forward out of Overland Park, Kansas, from the class of 2019, with number 21, Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Also participating in the camp from Team TCC were RJ Hampton, Jalen Suggs, and Josh Green. Please welcome the number 1 player in the class of 2020. One of our 2 first ever female players invited to a National Boys Elite Camp and captain for Team TC out of Beaverton, Oregon. Give it up for Cameron Marie. The head coach for Team TCC is Steph Curry, assisted by Kevin Grady, Brandon Payne, Johnny August, Brandon Thomas, Keith Clyde, and Raymundo Vaughn. And now let's meet Team Just Us. This class of 2019 guard stands 6'7" and hails from Charleston, South Carolina. Give it up for number 2, Josiah Jordan James. At 6'5", small forward out of Hazelett, New Jersey. He's one of the most exciting players in the country. Let's hear it for number 11, Scotty Lewis. This 6'5" guard out of Atlanta, Georgia is one of the fastest rising stars in the country. Give it up for number 5, Anthony Edwards. He's a 6'9" introduce this class of 2019 standout at 6'7", forward number 4, Greg Gann. This 6'3" guard hails from Piscataway, New Jersey. From the class of 2019, give it up for number 3, Isaiah Wong. From Pinnacle High School in Arizona, and the newest member of the class of 2019, a 6'3" point guard wearing number 2, Nico Mannion. Hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina, please welcome 6'4" shorty guard wearing number 9, Jaden Springer. A rising star from Nashville, Tennessee, he's regarded as one of the top most close players in the country. A 7'1" forward from the class of 2019, wearing number 23, James Weissman. From Baltimore, Maryland, at Mount St. Joseph High School, this 6'3" guard is a member of the class of 2019, wearing number 10, James Bishop. This 2019 forward stands 6'7" tall and hails from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. Please welcome number 21, Eric Dixon. Also participating in the camp of Team Just Us was Charles Smith IV. Please welcome the number 1 player in the class of 2020, one of our 2 first ever female players, invited to a National Boys Elite Camp and captain for Team Just Us out of Falls Church, Virginia. Give it up for AZ Fun. The head coach for Team Just Us is Steph Curry, assisted by Dylan Curry, Bruce Bateman, Rob McClanahan, James Laughlin, and Sean Brown. Please, everyone, let's stand up for the national anthem.
Test, 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 test. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, some of the great stars of the future on hand here tonight at Keyser Park Pavilion for the Steph Curry Select Camp, the SC30 Showcase Game in partnership with the National Basketball Players Association and their foundation.
I want to
Steph
thank
Curry
everybody
addressing
for
the
coming
crowd.
out to this year's All-American Game. We're here in the Bay Area. We brought these high school guys out from all over the country to represent their schools, their families, and the game of basketball here. We've had an amazing camp this week, and we want to finish it off with a great exhibition for you guys and everybody watching on the live stream. I'm sure everybody is aware of the tragic loss that we've had in the Bay Area recently with the life of Nia Wilson. Her family is here today. I want to get everybody give them a round of applause for being here. It was a senseless tragedy that should not have happened, and we want to use this game to dedicate to your family, to show how much we appreciate you guys for fighting through this loss. Everybody who's watching at home on live stream on Facebook, please hit the donate button. Everything that is donated today, all the proceeds, 100% will go to the Nia Wilson family. So we want to thank you for that. On behalf of the Players Association. And again, thank you so much for supporting the Bay Area, for supporting me, for supporting the Warriors and everything that we do. And enjoy the show tonight, and let's have some fun. Thank you very much.
Well, if you don't know about Steph Curry, you just learned what you need to know right there with that little talk for the crowd here at Kezar, getting ready for what should be a fun game tonight. I'm Tim Roy. I am the voice of the Golden State Warriors, one of our officials right in front of us there. And Kevin Dana is with me. There he is. He is the voice of the Santa Cruz Warriors, and we're getting set for what should be a fun night. But that's the way this night is. It's an all-star game. It's a celebration. It doesn't matter if we're on camera or not. It is going to be a fun night. We've got some of the best high school talents in the country here, Kevin, and we're not talking a couple of players. We're talking 5 to 10 players who are ranked in the top 20 no matter where you look.
And Tim, not only that, we're talking about the top player in the class of 2019 and the top player in the class of 2020. For the 2019 guy, the number 1 overall dude right now, James Wiseman, a 7-footer out of Tennessee. This guy can really run the floor. He could shoot it out to 17, but most importantly for a big man, he knows how to throw it down. And then on the other side, a guy who's somewhat local to the Bay Area, and Jalen Green, number 1 prospect from the class of 2020, goes to San Joaquin Memorial in Fresno. Here's a guy who's getting offers from Arizona, Kansas, UCLA, and the like. And this guy's an athletic dude, 6'6", can play the point, and it should be really exciting to watch that guy play.
Players you see on the floor there in the aqua-colored uniforms, that's Team Just Us, and the aforementioned Wiseman is standing at center circle, getting ready to jump it up. Scotty Lewis, keep an eye on him, number 11, as well as Nico Mannion there, number 2, the son of former NBA player Pace Mannion, who is an outstanding point guard. New arrival Anthony Edwards, just in from Georgia, will be on the floor as well for Team Just Us. For Team TCC, Cole Anthony, Brian Antoine will be starting. Jumping center will be Robinson Earl, who is here. A good prospect out of the state of Kansas. Precious Achua wears number 5. Team TCC with the black uniforms. Opening tip control by Team TC, and there's a quick dunk for Achua, and they are on the board.
Well, this is an all-star game of sorts, so expect to see a lot of fast breaks, a lot of dunks in this one, and we're off to a quick start.
Mannion and Anthony, 2 of the better point guards in the country. Mannion on the far side. Gets the ball to the wing. Jumper by Edwards doesn't go. Cole Anthony. There's Achua again, trying to finish. This with a left hand, and he goes in.
And Precious Achua, a couple of quick buckets. This guy's known for his skills in transition, and we've already seen that 2 trips down the court.
Always fun to watch these players who go on to face each other at other levels and become friends here in camp. That one doesn't go. Wiseman had a hand on it, couldn't pull it down. Now this is Antoine showing some quicks, but not the handle he wanted. The ball goes out of bounds. And over to team Just Us.
Well, Brian Antoine and Scotty Lewis, they're on different teams tonight, but they are high school teammates, travel ball teammates. So those guys, they consider each other best friends, so they know each other very well, obviously.
You would not want to face that high school team.
Nope.
Edwards off the pick and roll. Mannion resets. Gets the screen. And going to work is Eric Dixon, a commit to Villanova, but he's just short. Anthony on the go. Good look out to the wing, and the jumper is up and good, and that is Jalen Green, and he is oozing talent.
How about that feed, though, from Cole Anthony, the son of Greg Anthony, 11-year NBA vet. Good court vision in transition.
Parents are here tonight. The jumper on the right side there for Scotty Lewis, and gets Team Just Us on the board. 7-3. Team TCC with the lead. Now it's an all-star game here at Kezar Pavilion, and unlike the jobs that you and I do during the winter, there is no stat monitor here, and so we won't have individual numbers for you. We might be able to get an updated sheet at halftime, but the scorer's table is on the opposite side of our broadcast location. Good save by Anthony there. We'll skip over to the near side. Green. Achua always looking like he wants to go. Lost the ball, but it ends up in the hands of Antoine, who cashes in.
Very fortunate bounce there. Looked to be a sure turnover.
9-3. TCC leading. Tip, loose ball inside, and the putback is up and good.
He's going to be a problem, Wiseman, on the offensive glass at 7-1. And the length to boot.
Wiseman lost the handle there after the rebound. Anthony, there's Achua. Boy, he loves to get to the rack.
He really does. Very aggressive player. Really known for his defense as well, but showing out offensively in the early going thus far.
Lewis to initiate here. Allows Mannion to work off the ball. Little pin down. Mannion gets it up top. Lob design play deflected out of bounds, and last to touch by Dixon, and team TCC will take over.
Both Dixon and Lewis thought that ball was for them. Alley-oop, not enough air underneath it, and Dixon was posting up down low. Kind of threw it right in between both of them.
11-5 the count. Team TCC, the team in the black uniforms, they're on top. Great talent here. Driving and dunk to the rim by Edwards. A strong player who originally was in the class of 2019, but now he's back in the class of 2020, and he fouls on the reach-in as Green tried to get down the lane.
Tim, you mentioned his physicality, his strength. He's known for being aggressive, and we saw it right there. That was a very quick move to the hoop. Blew past his man and raised up in the middle of the lane and threw it down.
Green, good pump fake. Anthony, no one guarded the inbounds man, and he makes it 13-7.
And Green returning the favor there. First bucket of the game, it was Anthony looking in transition, or maybe make it third bucket of the game to Green, and then Jalen returning the favor right there.
Team Just Us with the ball. They're trailing. The jumper from the wing, though, is good. Edwards cashes in for a three.
He was a late add to the camp. Wasn't on the initial roster, but replaced an injured guy, and he's looked good.
Out of Holy Spirit High School in Georgia. Foul, as he'll pick up his second foul. We're playing college halves and college timing, so that with 15:24 to go in the first half, Team TCC 13, Team Just Us 10. It's all part of the Stephen Curry Select Camp, the SC30 Showcase game, streaming live, Facebook Live. Take a look at some of the action so far in the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
There's Scotty Lewis, short there, but goes right into the hands of Wiseman. Nice finish inside. And there's that #1 guy, James Wiseman. Talked a little bit about him, #1 prospect in the class of 2019. Thought to be going to either Kentucky or Memphis. He hasn't quite said that's his final two. He's open to visiting other schools, but he's from Nashville, Tennessee, played for Penny Hardaway, the new head coach at Memphis, in high school last year, and played for his AAU team before, of course, he had to give that team up to become the head coach at Memphis. So that's going to be an interesting recruiting battle to watch. Kentucky and Memphis for the #1 prospect in 2019.
In the Mid-South, that Memphis program has a hold on a lot of people, and Penny Hardaway going back to Memphis it's a legend going there. And so the pull, I think, of the Tigers is going to be, I think, hard for him to overcome. He plays at Memphis East High School. And like a lot of young big men, of course, with all these great athletes, when you read the bios, they all say, well, he needs to get strong. Well, of course they need to get strong. They're 17 years old. They're going to get bigger and stronger in years to come. And Wiseman, no exception there.
Yeah, listed at 210 pounds. Obviously, you'd like to see that frame fill out, which obviously will happen when it gets to the next level.
Team TCC with the ball. Quick move. Green for three.
Off the dribble, quick elevation, nice release. Beautiful play there from Jalen Green.
That's going to get a lot of people's attention. Mannion dishes off to the far side, and for Team Just Us, that's Jamin Brakefield. Huntington Prep in West Virginia.
Yeah, class of 2020 guy, top 20 recruit.
Anthony, but Wiseman there to make him change that shot just a little bit. 16-13, the team wearing the black uniforms. On top of the team with the teal. Achua, who is now shows a different part of his repertoire. A jump shot, no good. Brakefield with a rebound. Gets it back. Looks for an entry pass. They're trying to get the ball to Wiseman. They do. Wiseman backs up and hits the jumper from the left side. That was impressive.
From a 7-1 guy. Nice move. That's going to be unguardable.
Great steal on the play by James. Anderson inside. Brakeman tied up for the jump ball. That's Josiah Jordan James, or goes as Josiah James. From Porter God, South Carolina.
Same high school as Chris Middleton.
In fact, he's had some workouts with Middleton this summer. He's done some work. Mannion will sit down the first time.
Middleton does consider Josiah a mentee of his.
Isaiah Wong has checked in. He's got the ball here and accelerates down the lane. And now
Four-star guy out of New Jersey.
And the Team Just Us trailing by 1. High screen and roll for Anthony. Delivers on time and on target, and an easy dunk that time. Igehab, the young Irish lad, able to flush it down.
Moved to the States when he was 13 to play more competitive basketball. Was in for a bit of a culture shock, but he's got it down.
Not afraid to fire was Edwards, but that's an air ball. And we'll get another substitution here for Team Just Us. Edwards to sit down, and Jaden Springer comes in from Rocky River, North Carolina. I have an admission to make.
Okay.
His dad, Gary, played at Iona, and I'm old enough to have done one of his college games. So The Iona Gales. There's Cole Anthony. Making it look easy.
And Gary ended up get drafted by Philadelphia in the 6th round back in '84. Never played because of injuries, but there's some pedigree there.
Yep, his backcourt mate was Gary Burt, who played in the association for a while. Coming back was Green for the steal. Achua steps in, gets fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Achua has been in attack mode all night long. Just that one perimeter shot, and then he misfired from the left wing. Otherwise, it's been going to the rim, and to the rim some more. All-star
games inherently in the great game of basketball never turn out to be, defensive slugfests. They're not going to be a 45-43 game, walk it up and grind it out type of a game. But I have to say, so far, very impressed with the type of basketball that's being played. We're seeing good sets, high screens, guys trying to attack the defensive glass. It's been well played so far.
Certainly high-level basketball. I think in a situation like this, yes, it's an all-star game, but you're also playing in front of Steph Curry and Seth Curry, and you want to impress these people. You're still in high school. You're still trying to make a name for yourself, and no better way to make a name for yourself than by playing defense in an all-star game.
Played 7 minutes and change. Wong with penetration to the baseline. Backing up as Springer had nothing in low. Shot clock at 5. Gets it away. Good attempt on the tip, but it will not fall. That was Greg Gant Jr. Wide open top of the key jumper that time. Jaquan Walton, Carver, Alabama. Springer, good athletic play to save that errant throw. Gets it inside, wide open for the dunk.
Great court vision there from Jaden Springer. I really like this player. I had a chance to watch some of his tape. Has a nice point guard mentality.
Rebound on the far side by Springer, and he'll lead the break. Dials his own number, but just not long enough. And that will get us to another timeout with 11:33 to go in the first half. Team TCC 25, Team Just Us 19. I mentioned some of the action we have seen so far. Very impressive. You get to see the athletic ability that some of these guys have. The level of play has been very good. Let's take a look at some of the action so far in the first 8 minutes and 27 seconds.
It's Jamin Brakefield going up inside. There's a 5-star guy from the class of 2020. And you see Wiseman setting the pick for Isaiah Wong to get to the hoop.
I love how Wong there put it into another gear. He's not playing all at one speed.
Yeah. And he's one of the lesser known recruits, if you will. I mean, all these guys are 4 or 5-star guys, but he's just in the top 100, but still a very good player. Most of these guys, top 25, top 30 guys, 5-star guys. He's a little bit lower ranked, but still a very good player. Just nailed down his final 5 schools that he's thinking about: Clemson, UConn, Miami, Pitt, and Nova. So those are schools that are very good, obviously, at the highest level of Division I.
It is a numbers game, and college coaches constantly make offers to people, and all these kids have a bunch of offers. They're all being heavily recruited this way. There are no college coaches in this gym, though, other than the guy. There might be people who are staff, but you cannot be here at a recruiting angle.
Yeah, the July recruiting period is over.
Oh, great move that time, and finish for Brian Antoine at Randy High School. Be back with a quick 3. 27-22. Team TCC on top. Getting a little ragged here out of the timeout. Igeha with another finish.
Yeah, the pace certainly picking up.
Breakfield to Wong. Wong, ooh, boy, a dangerous play there. Jaden Delaire up for a block shot, but he is okay.
Yeah, thankfully he's all right. Looked a little awkward there in midair, but Delaire, a guy who's a top 75 prospect in North Granby, Connecticut. And he has to have some good grades because the offers he's getting, Columbia, Stanford, Vanderbilt, and Yale.
Well, he plays at Loomis Chaffee, which is in the town I grew up, Windsor, Connecticut, the oldest town in Connecticut. And it's part of a series of prep schools that dot throughout New England and in Connecticut. And you have to have grades to get in there. It's a very good school. And the closest prep school to it will probably be Suffield Academy, which produced Vinny Del Negro. And there's another dunk for Gahan.
Explosive bouncing off the floor there from Gahan.
A long push of a three that time from Breakfield that does not fall. Great outlet pass. Oh, and unable to hang on for the finish was Walton, just off his fingertips.
But the vision there from Brian Antoine, diagonal pass, 40, 50 feet, hitting Walton in stride.
Mentioned to Gahan, it's interesting, he didn't start playing basketball till age 12. He went through a growth spurt late, and then again after he got over to the States. So he's got a lot of upside, he's got a lot of basketball yet to learn.
Yeah, he's only played for 5 years.
The runner doesn't go. And pulling down the rebound as Walton. Quick outlet to the other side. Lob in, and with a dunk that time is going to be Delaire. A beautiful break for Team TCC.
Zach Harvey with the lob there.
Three for Dixon, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Tim, you were talking about how all these guys need to fill out for the most part. Eric Dixon, not one of those guys at 6'7", 250.
Yeah, he's fine the way he is. Delaire to the rim and finishes with the inside hand. That's always a great way to go.
Nifty little finish around the tin there.
35-27 is the count. James Bishop the fourth with the ball. His pass deflected. Another steal. Walton again leading the break. Feeds over the near side. The beautiful reverse for Gahan, who's really finding his way around the rim. Team TCC, coached by Steph Curry, they're very happy. Team Just Us needs to talk about it. 37-27 the score. With 9:11 to go in the first half, I'm Tim Roy, the voice of the Golden State Warriors. Along with Kevin Downing, the voice of the Santa Cruz Warriors. We're here in San Francisco, California, at Kezar Pavilion. The SC30 Showcase game in partnership with the National Basketball Association Players Association, San Francisco Recreation and Parks. And of course, all the money, you can see the donate tab on your page there. You click that, and the money goes to the family of Nia Wilson, who unfortunately was killed here in the Bay Area while getting off a BART car, of all things, helping someone, a senseless tragedy. And the Wilson family is here tonight watching some of this great action.
So that was a nice look from Antoine to Gahan, and Gahan's been really impressive in transition, finishing at the rim thus far.
Great thing about that last bucket by Gahan was the fact he's moving without the ball.
Yeah, running the floor well. You take a look at Aiden's scouting report, they'll tell you he's a good finisher, good shot blocker. Don't necessarily mention the running the floor without the ball, but we saw it there. A very tough player as well.
We should say that Team TCC is being coached by Seth Curry, now with the Portland Trail Blazers. And of course, he's in the family business. Dixon at the box. A little turn with the right shoulder over Delaire.
Too much muscle down low there.
Antoine stops and pops. And Dixon pulls that down in traffic. Here's Edwards, picked from behind of the play. And there's Delaire again. Can't get that to fall. Dixon with a rebound. Edwards with a breakaway. Predictable result there.
Yeah. Second dunk he's thrown down this one. Had that nice one beating his guy off the dribble earlier in this game. That one much easier.
Near side, Walton goes to the corner. Gahan misses everything, and there's another rebound for Dixon.
We were talking with one of the coaches before the game, and he was saying that Gahan's been stroking it during practices and workouts. Not that time, though.
He's been active. Substitution here for Team TCC. Jalen Green comes back in. Somebody has to come off here. Got too many bodies out here. It's going to be Dallaire, I believe, to sit down. James Bishop IV, hails from Baltimore, Maryland. Edwards off the screen by Dixon. Set the little triangle on the right side. Scotty Lewis back up top. Open jumper on the way, short. And a foul on the rebound. That's going to go against Edwards.
That's a tough shot to hit if you're James Bishop IV there. The pass is at your ankles. Got to bring it up into your shooting motion. Catch that belt tie, a lot easier to convert.
Looking at that scoreboard, the visitors, the team in black, Team TCC. Cole Anthony has returned. His dad is in the house tonight, Greg Anthony. A lot of the parents are here. Zach Harvey, entry pass to Gahan. Up and under with the finish and the foul. He's been impressive.
He has. As you would suspect from what you've seen on the floor, he is a five-star recruit. Hasn't really narrowed down his list a whole lot, but schools like Arizona, Gonzaga, Syracuse, Stanford, SC, Villanova all looking at him and a handful more.
Mannion, the pass on time to Bishop the fourth. Shot Wiseman with the putback. That doesn't go. Gahan clears again. We played 13 minutes of the first half here. Start with a screen for Anthony. Achua for three. Reaching up with a high rebound, Scotty Lewis. Mannion's been quiet so far. Short with that one. And Harvey with a beautiful move. Oh, that was sweet.
Sweet indeed, Zach Harvey. Wow.
From Topeka, Kansas. Wiseman fouled on the entry pass.
Top 50 recruit, four-star guy, getting offers from Kansas, Nebraska, Creighton, Kansas State.
Gahan sits down with a very productive first half, and Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who transferred to the IMG Academy in Florida. He's a Kansas kid. Dad played at Kansas.
For Roy Williams.
Mannion, shot blocked, knocked away. TCC on the break. Good hands inside, and the left hand finish by Robinson Earl. Wiseman with a good catch. And that's going to go down on the foul. You have to have really good hands to pull that off.
Yeah. The first time we've heard from Wiseman in quite a bit, but tough finish there.
Robinson Earl, of course, was raised by his mom, whose maiden name is Robinson, and adapted his dad's last name in the last couple of years. Nine-point lead for the team in black. Jalen Green. Nearby Fresno. Anthony. Wild shot doesn't go. Wiseman tries to lead the break, and Mannion comes up with it. Feed to the far side. And Mannion gets it back and nails the three.
He has really impressed the coaches in this camp. They were doing a one-on-one competition yesterday, and Nico Mannion owned it. And That's his first bucket in this game.
That was no good. Tapped outside. Achua tipped it, but Harvey was on the near sideline, or far sideline, I should say. See over on the Team Just Us bench, Del Curry is over there. How cool is this for him? Both his sons in the NBA, both coaching in this game. Wong goes one-on-one and with a right-hand flip. The Team Just Us within 4. Good lob ahead and a catch and finish for Antoine. Antoine just made the play. Didn't try to do anything spectacular with it.
Just finish.
Scotty Lewis gets fouled and he will head to the line for the and one.
A nice strong take there from Scotty Lewis, who is a consensus top 15 guy. He's got Villanova, Kentucky, Duke, Florida all on his list of his final 7, which also includes a couple of academic powerhouses, Stanford and Harvard.
Harvard's been an Ivy League powerhouse in recent years.
Tommy Amaker has done a great job there.
There's Jeremy Lin, played his high school ball, not too far away from Palo Alto High School. Anthony, oh, good dish. Inside, beautiful. Nicely done by Anthony, and leaving it for Achua.
Got to make Greg proud with a feed like that.
Brakefield gets fouled. What's interesting about so many of these players, and sometimes the adjustment they make at the next level, is that they're almost every one of these guys, best player on their team, their ARU team, their high school team. Maybe in the case of Antoine and Lewis, not so much, but but then you go to the next level, and maybe you're not that best player. So now you have to figure out how to fit in with your team, and certainly when you go to the NBA, you may not be the 3rd best player on your team or 4th best player, and then you got to figure out how to make that contribution.
Yeah, you're going to be playing with a lot more 4-star and 5-star recruits in college than you are on your high school team, that's for sure.
Boy, Anthony, all he needs is a little daylight to get to the rim, and the finish for Robinson Earl. Man, you can tell, Anthony, son of an NBA player, knows how to use a screen. Bounce pass kicked in traffic, so Team TCC will retain possession.
I think they've kind of said, well, now Steph's going to call timeout. I was going to say they've kind of played through a couple of mandatory timeouts here.
It's an all-star game.
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh, man. Glad you're watching us streaming live. And it's been some great action. If you just joined us maybe a moment or two ago, let's go back and look at some of the great plays from this half number 1.
So Mannion not able to finish there, but leads to a fast break the other way. This is Zach Harvey, folks. That was a nice move. Little scoop to the hoop, and it goes. And then Anthony with the block. And the finish at the rim for Team TCC.
So the scouting report on Harvey, as we see Wiseman there with a nice move, and as I mentioned at the time, good hands, but the scouting report on Harvey was he's more savvy than flashy. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good flashy move there.
Yeah, that was. Known as an all-around scorer. Mentioned he's a top 50 guy. Led his high school, Hayden Catholic, to a state title in March. He scored 34 in the state title game.
We saw Mannion's first bucket, and that was certainly one where he has been looking to distribute, as is his nature, along with the finish there.
Nico Mannion, a guy from Scottsdale, so you figure Arizona is the front runner there. And this was a 2020 kid, reclassified to 2019. Announced that just a couple of weeks ago. So this is a guy, now not the most unbiased source, his AAU coach called him the best point guard prospect in terms of just ability to play that position in the last 5 to 10 years.
Well, I read something in the preparation for tonight that Arizona State coach Bobby Hurley had a chance to watch him play in a camp and was very impressed. And we know that Bobby knows how to run the point.
And he has impressed the camp coaches here as well.
Team TCC with the ball. Robinson Earl. Achua always looking to get to the rim. Does so and draws a goaltend.
Again, just putting his head down and willpower in his way to the rim.
St. Benedict's High School in New Jersey, produced among others, J.R. Smith. On the far wing, Edwards looking to try to make things happen, and right there he does.
It's the second time we've seen Edwards get around his man, attacking from the perimeter and get all the way through the teeth of the defense and finish strong at the rim.
Boy, Anthony showing off the handle there. Pass deflected out of bounds by James. And then again, plays like that to me show me something in a game like this.
Yeah, Josiah James didn't let his guy finish his cut, beat him to the spot, deflected it out of bounds. That's the kind of defensive play you want to see.
A wide open was Robinson Earl.
And that's the kind of defensive play you don't want to see.
But somebody got screened off there. I think Steph Curry might have borrowed an out-of-bounds play from Steve Kerr on that one.
Executed to perfection.
Warriors have been outstanding with their out-of-bounds plays the last few years. And this is a tough finish by Edwards inside. He's not shy. He is not shy. Strong player. Class of 2020. A dunk and a foul for Jalen Green.
That's what he's become known for, is highlight reels online, just him dunking on people, blowing by people. You see it right there.
Now, some have said that he's like number 2. Like I looked on ESPN's list, and he was number 2 on their list.
Yes.
But other things I've read is that now people are kind of moving him up, maybe to number 1, and maybe Wiseman down to 2. Either way, they're both outstanding players.
Yeah, Rivals has Jalen Green as number 1, as does 24/7. So I mean, this is a top prospect, no matter the way you look at it. And you can see right there, he wears the short shorts.
He does, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. He's got the last guy to do that in the league I work in was John Stockton. Had the shorts specially tailored for games. Scotty Lewis, another shot up by Edwards, and on the break, there's Achua. That's going to be, a blocking foul. I thought Lewis might have been there. Yep, there it is. I've reached the new low. I'm questioning the official's call. In a high school all-star game. Smack me in the back of the head.
But that was our first attempted charge.
It was. And again, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Achua missing the free throw. Precious Achua, 6'9", 210 pounds. He's visited UConn, among others. Chris Mullen, St. John's, they've made an offer, as many others. Still growing, they say. And showing the ability to get to the rim. 9-point lead for Team TCC. Wong with a spin, but it's a jersey grab in there somewhere. Anthony with the foul. Played at Archbishop Molloy to start his high school career, did Anthony, then transferred to Oak Hill Academy.
A basketball powerhouse.
Yep. 75 seconds remaining in the first half. Edwards off the screen. Crossover into traffic, and Wong gets the deflection, and he'll be able to finish off the glass.
I've really been impressed with Isaiah Wong and his ability to get to the rim. He's been able to get past his defender a couple of times, finish nicely off the glass.
And he's got gears, which I think is great because he can play at different speeds. A misfire and a rebound for Edwards. Dishes off to the corner, and the jumper goes down. But a breakaway attempt and a dunk for Antoine at the other end.
Get the 2-for-1.
Do you think they were looking for the 2-for-1? I'm not sure. Bishop trying to get the 2-for-1 back, but I don't think he did. See the clock. Anthony waves. Robinson Earl away. Now Robinson Earl with 5 seconds will set it. Anthony on the go. Splits traffic. Oh, what a nice play.
Oh, baby. What a way to finish the half. Splitting the defenders with the in-and-out dribble, getting all the way to the hoop, laying it off the glass and down. Cole Anthony, how do you do?
Yeah, exactly. And you could tell there, as we mentioned before, he knows how to use the screen, knows how to set his man up, and he had the presence of mind like a great point guard to wave the initial screen away. Robinson Earl was a little early, and he said, no, we're going to do this so that they have no chance of getting off another shot. Brought him back up with about 6 seconds to go. That was really well done.
Yeah, and especially in the college game, at the end of the first half, the clock doesn't stop after a made bucket, so you have even less time that you're giving the opponent. I thought that was very well run by Cole Anthony.
Yeah, it's been an interesting first half. I'm Tim Roy. Of course, the voice of the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Dana, is with us. And if you see the donate tab on your screen, please do. All the proceeds from tonight's contest end up going to the family of Nia Wilson, recently killed while getting off a BART car here in the Bay Area. Let's take a look at some of the action.
We talked a little bit about Anthony Edwards early in the broadcast. This was his second dunk in the half-court set. That was a nice move from Edwards. There he is operating off the block. Nice spin move off the glass, finishing over a defender. I have liked what Anthony Edwards has brought to the table here. This is Jalen Green, #1 guy in 2020. Oh, that was nice. Green, he's also hit a 3 today.
And there's the man of the hour, Steph Curry. Steph Curry Select Camp. And of course, here in the showcase game. And being the astute social media guy that he is, he's filming the three-point shooting contest, which has started here at halftime. Ryan Antoine's the first contestant.
Hit 4 in a row before missing that one.
Yeah. Strength as you go around the horn, so to speak. Always fatigue, always a factor in a contest like this. But Antoine so far showing no signs.
Yeah, missed the first couple, then got in a nice rhythm, and he's continued that on to his second to the last rack.
So that corner three, which is the closest of your three-point attempts.
Finished with a couple of seconds to spare. Nice job there from Antoine.
I think R.C. Davis crossed the way, who's with us here. I think he's keeping score on these three-point contests. I hope he is. So, Hayes Mannion will be the next shooter. We're at Kezar Pavilion if you're just dialing by here in San Francisco. On what is I won't say it's a typical San Francisco August day, but it was pretty cool walking in here.
Yeah. Nothing like it being 58 degrees in August in San Francisco, and you go about 20 minutes south, and it's 75 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the Bay Area, though. Love the arc that Mannion gets on his shot.
Yeah, I like his release. You know, we've talked a little bit about three-point contest and strategy and kind of the fatigue. Getting this note, our producer R.C. Davis sent this along, a big Celtics fan. He's telling us that Larry Bird liked to reach across the body while others like to have the rack on their shooting side. So Larry Bird going a little bit against the grain. Can't question Larry Legend's methodology.
No, anybody comes out in a shooting shirt and says, you're all shooting for second place, he can shoot any style he wants. We're here at halftime of the Curry Select game, the showcase game, rather, Select Camp. This is Zach Harvey. Another guy put some air underneath the ball. This building is a building that in years gone by has been part of the San Francisco Summer League. Some great talent has played in this building.
Including Steph Curry in the Pro-Am.
Pro-Am. Long, rich history of great basketball in the Bay Area. A lot of Hall of Famers hail from here. Harvey trying to get it done. Harvey finishes with 10. And Steph continues to film.
Selfie with the guys. Getting all his players in there. Team TCC.
One of the great things about this camp and this game is that it's a great thrill for these kids to be here.
Yeah.
And by the way, before I finish that thought, let's talk about the shooter we have now, who has just come on to the hardwood from Team Just Us. And that's the top player in the class of 2020, I believe, right?
2021, just a sophomore.
2021, yes, just a sophomore.
AZ Fudd.
And tell us about that first name.
Yes, so her mother, who was a player at NC State, named AZ Fudd after Jennifer Azzi, the former Stanford basketball star. Of course, played in the WNBA as well. San Jose Laser, Jennifer Azzi, team that was, of course, owned by Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob. And so this has kind of been in her blood, and she has drawn already. She's 15 years old. When she was 14, she drew Maya Moore comparisons.
Right.
And she was offered a scholarship from Maryland when she was in the 6th grade. So she has a lot of potential. And we were talking with coaches during the camp. She has been a very good shooter all camp long.
Getting a hug there from Cameron Brink, who is also one of the other female player that's been here during the camp, and she's from Southridge, Oregon. And last year, she's at one of her high school games. The Warriors are in Portland, and Steph Curry shows up at the high school game, but there is a connection.
Yeah, there is. Her mother, Michelle Bainbrink, was roommates with Sonia Curry, Steph's mom, at Virginia Tech, and so they're family friends. Cameron's known Steph since she was a baby, and so Steph has given her pointers across kind of her high school career. She's taken tips on how to shoot free throws from Steph, and she's the #1 player in the class of 2020.
It's a great story. And it just shows you how small this world can be. Here's Antoine again, so I'm thinking we may have had a tie.
So, yeah, we're down to the final two.
Oh, final two. Okay, that's it. Yes, correct. And Antoine's down to about 23 seconds to finish here. We are on the opposite side of the scores table, and there is no sort of stat system here, so we can't tell you exactly what the numbers are. So, Izzy Fudd will be, I believe, our final shooter here. A chance for her to win. Can you imagine that? You get a scholarship offer in the 6th grade.
Wow. Yeah. I was happy to score 5 points in my YMCA league. In the
I was just happy to get lunch money. You know, that was okay for me.
She has a nice quick release.
Yep. We talked about her mom. Her dad was also a hooper, played at American University, which is in D.C.
16 a game his senior year there.
And she's got a nice stroke. That is pure. And unlike a lot of players, it's not a set shot. This is a jump shot.
It is.
Can you finish strong? Final ball. Got it. And she has beat Brian Antoine to win the three-point contest.
Just another accolade for a gold medalist with Team USA already, Izzy Fudd.
Just, you know, again, I think it's great that they invited the two young women to come here and play with this team and to participate in the camp, and what a thrill for her. You know, with Steph Curry watching to win a three-point shooting contest, that's a memory that she will have forever. Through the magic of technology, I think we were texted a stat sheet, but you have younger eyes than I do, so.
So we can tell you, here's the halftime stats in this game. It's 59 to 56, Team Just Us with the, Team TCC with the lead, and Team TCC led by the 11 points of Precious Achua and 10 from Aiden Igahan. Also, they're also in the scoring column for them, Jalen Green with 9 points and 2 assists, and Brian Antoine with 8 points, as we have Steph Curry shooting right now.
Putting on a show for the crowd. I think Steph's record, if I remember in practice, was it 77 in a row?
That sounds right.
I think that's about right.
At this showcase last year, he hit his first 19 shots around the three-point contest.
Well, and I love the fact that we travel with the Warriors, and I know you see it when you're in the G League, that, you know, the impact he's had on young people, and is that so many kids come in. I'm going to be interested to see just how kids play 10 years from now, 15 years from now. You know, are they great shooters, great ball handlers? He has really brought that to the game.
He really has. You see a lot of kids now pulling up from well beyond the three-point line, trying to get their Steph Curry on. But to finish off these stats, we talked a little bit about TCC.
Well, they're trying to get, I think, Del Curry to shoot. And Steph Curry is leading that charge. Del, of course.
Is he going to do it? They're setting up the racks.
They're setting up the racks. I think we're going to see Del. Del Curry, of course, father of Steph and Seth. Long-time NBA pro and a great, and I mean great shooter. You see Steph shooting, Seth shooting, you know they're great. Well, they learned from this guy. You know, when Del was was playing, he was kind of he's trying to get the senior citizen discount. I think there. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Wants to shoot from the high school line.
Yep. But Dell was automatic as a pro. Uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe not so automatic tonight.
Well, of course, I don't think Dell has warmed up in a while.
Yeah.
There he goes. Yep,
Just need the first one to fall.
Just takes one. That's what we like to say. It just takes one. He's the CEO of the family business.
He's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here.
I think they'll give him a little discount, I think. They should anyway.
I think he hit like 9 out of 10 before missing his last two. Yeah, the buzzer's not slowing him down.
Nope. Shooters shoot.
The kids love it. Getting mobbed by some 16 and 17-year-olds.
Oh. Well, right there you can tell how all these young men and women have enjoyed their time here in the Bay Area by this camp. Family friend Cameron Brink there. It's a great photo. If you do some research on Cameron Brink, where it shows Steph at the age of 8 holding her, and she was a baby.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So. Well, getting ready for the second half here. Did we finish the stats?
Oh,
Did we finish the stats?
let's take a
Go ahead,
quick
take a
look.
gander at that, will you?
So 11 points leading the way for Team Just Us, scored by Anthony Edwards, and then 8 for Isaiah Wong, 7 for James Wiseman, who also has 5 rebounds. He leads all rebounders in this game. In the assist department, Cole Anthony, 7 dimes to go along with 6 points and no turnovers in 13 minutes, so not too shabby. If you're interested in shooting percentages, 54% for Just Us, and for Team TCC, 63%.
There's Nico Manny getting the award for the one-on-one championship, which we talked about before. AZ Fudd winning the three-point record. By the way, helping out on the Team Just Us bench is Warriors assistant coach Bruce Frazier, who does a lot of work with Steph Curry, warms him up before every game, and rebounds and goes over different drills in practices. Mugging for the camera, I believe that's called. So.
Yeah. Another guy who's here, Damian Lee, Golden State Warriors two-way player, and brother-in-law of Steph Curry.
It's all in the family. It's all part of the family business. Well, there's an MVP and one of the great point guards of the game with maybe 2 great point guards of the future right there.
Well, Cole Anthony has certainly played well in this game. We talked about his stats, 6 points, 7 assists, no turnovers in this one. He's the number 2 recruit according to Rivals, number 3 according to 24/7. USA Today has him as number 1.
More of the halftime festivities here. Some campers are here. Just wonder right now among all those youngsters at center court, just exactly how fast are their hearts beating right now? You know?
I know.
Just, what kind of a moment is it for them?
Yeah, your heart's racing. I remember being 8, 9 years old, and I see an NBA player. I mean, yeah, my heart's beating out of my chest.
I can't remember back that far. you have a shorter road to that memory than I do.
just a couple of decades.
Just a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. Just coming by in our live stream, we're here at Kezar Pavilion in San Francisco. It's the SC30 Showcase game, part of the Steph Curry Select Camp, bringing together some of the great high school talents in the country. It's in partnership with the National Basketball Association Players Foundation, San Francisco Recreation and Parks, and of course you see the donate tab on your page. Please donate, and the money goes to the family of Nia Wilson. They are here in the house tonight, and of course Nia unfortunately was killed getting off a BART car recently here in the Bay Area, and so Steph Curry and the good folks with his camp and foundation are trying to raise some money for that family, and we're getting set for second half action here. And Steph has pulled out he's pulled out the grease board here.
He's got the dry erase board.
Wow.
Yeah, that out of timeout play after timeout, ATO. Well, let's draw something up. Let's run some offense. Let's see what Coach Curry's got up his Rolodex here.
You know, Coach Steve Kerr let his players on the Warriors coach one night, so I think Steph took that to heart here.
Against the Phoenix Suns. I remember seeing Andre Iguodala with the clipboard for a few timeouts.
Yeah. Draymond Green looked totally comfortable in that role. Just totally comfortable.
Yeah, you fast forward the clock 15 years, you'll see Draymond on a sideline somewhere, I think.
Well, if Steph gets up and yells horns or zipper or 4 down, then I know he's into it for real. So the team in the teal there, the aqua, that is the team Just Us. Coming out of their huddle now, team TCC, coached by Steph Curry, and they will have the ball to start half number 2.
All right, let's see what this play is, Tim.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what has been drawn up here. Ryan Antoine, who shot in the three-point contest, is in the backcourt, and he will bring it up. Dribble handoff to Walton. Walton gets it over to Harvey. Harvey off a pin down, can't find the range.
Well, hey, you get a wide open three.
You got a wide open 3, yeah.
You'll take that.
Bishop, 10 on 10. Bishop can't finish, but got his own rebound, and the quick put back is up and good. Coaches on both sides. You're going to see plenty of different combinations here. Guys getting runs with different players. It is an all-star game. It's stepping out on the wing and trying to make a move off. That was Dallaire, but he traveled.
Yeah, he had the open look. Instead, tried to ball fake and get to the rack. Sometimes you just got to shoot it.
It's a common mistake in today's game. Players don't know how to make that move without the travel. Top of the key, misfiring there with a jumper was Wiseman, who has shown all kinds of offensive looks tonight.
Really, the one thing we haven't seen from James is a nice hard dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, he's shown his skill.
That was punted out of bounds.
Kick save and a beauty.
Scotty Lewis.
That would have been good from 30.
Yeah, it would have been good from 30. Yeah. No worries about the win there. Walton to the post, and a beautiful pass inside by Igehan. Wow.
Well, a passing big, gotta like that.
Be able to pass in traffic like that. Dallaire with a block, but Dixon just bowls his way in.
Too much meat to deal with.
Got a little big baby Glenn Davis in him that way, using the body to affect it. The only adjustment I think, again, for the next level for him might be is like he showed us before, that jump shot, to expand that game, because in high school, he's probably playing 5. He's going to probably be a 4 at the next level. Igehan reaches with the right arm and using that wingspan.
Yeah, quick note on Dixon. He is committed to Villanova. So a program that's won 2 of the last 3 national championships. Not a bad place to play.
Back rim miss. Delaire scanning the floor. Says, I got this. Can't finish though. Beautiful behind the back. Igahan with a slam. It's got to be what, his third or fourth dunk of the night.
Yeah, little head fake. Got his defender to fly by.
Mannion back in there. Wiseman had it knocked away. He thought he got fouled. Delaire to Walton. The no look goes nowhere, and it goes out of bounds.
It's a nice pass from Mannion there on the other end, though. We talked about his father, Pace. He was a 6-year NBA veteran. Spent his rookie season with Golden State. Was a draft choice of the Dubs back in the 80s, back in 1983.
Spent a lot of time playing overseas after his NBA career. It's where he met his wife. He was a volleyball star in Italy. So I'm gonna start something here. It's Mannion with a right hand. Now Mannion shares a birthday with Steph Curry. Okay, both have dads who played in the NBA. Antoine rocks back for a three, and both have moms who are standout volleyball players. So I'm just saying.
Nice little lineage there on both sides.
Oh yeah. A foul as Bishop took the offensive put back and tried the convert. I think the one thing that is an advantage, not only the skill and the fact that they have, they know when their dad tells them something about the game that their dad really knows what they're talking about, which is not always the case with. But also I think, especially a guy who's played in the pros, they know about temperament. They know it's a long season, and so they tend to not stress out if a player has a bad game or a bad moment because they know there's a long time, and I think that's one way that they pass on to their sons and daughters that it's okay. You can have a bad quarter, a bad moment, a bad game. It's a long season.
Yeah, you see that with Steph and Clay with Golden State. They could miss their first 7 shots, and shot number 8 is going up with the same confidence as shot number 1.
Oh, it's blocked in the corner by Antoine. Bishop tries to make something happen. Delaire with the steal. Antoine, big step, and a right-hand hammer.
Cocked it back, elevating. Oh, that was nice. Good display of athleticism from Antoine.
Played almost 4 minutes of the second half. Mannion is short. Wants to go 2 for a quarter, but will bring it back out. From the high post, Wiseman off balance, but draws the foul, and a Gahan. You wonder, Wiseman at the line whenever his recruiting process is concluded. Obviously, like everybody else we've talked about in this game, he's going to fill out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Add a little bit more strength to some training. But you can tell he's got a skill set that you want to see with your big man.
Yeah, good finishing ability, shot blocking. He's got the speed.
He can run the floor. And the most impressive play to me so far was that catch he made in the first half of the break. Not a lot of big men able to do that. Anthony. Oh, man, that was sweet. High off the glass.
Wow. To negate the shot blocking Wiseman.
Man. Air ball goes out of bounds.
Anthony is a ball player, that's for sure. I mean, recently was a New York versus New York game at Rucker Park. Kyrie Irving was there, and Cole Anthony killed it out there. He's having himself a nice Tuesday night here on the other side of the country.
Directing traffic here. Delaire goes up and gets fouled on the jump shot. Josiah James with a foul. You reach in on a shot like that, you have to be sure, because you never want to foul the jump shooter.
Yeah. Got to get ball.
player trying to get to a program where he can make a contribution. Not many from North Granby, Connecticut have gone on to play D1, but
you mentioned you're from that area. Did you guys ever play Loomis, Chaffee?
no, we may have scrimmaged them in a summertime summer league situation, but no, we did not. They were not on our schedule normally, but we did play Granby, which is the town he's from. (73-64) TCC on top. That's a team in the black. Loose ball situation. And a steal. Dallaire able to advance to Anthony. There's the lob. And a pass back. Dallaire had stripped and was fouled on the play. Jaden Springer back out there from Rocky River, North Carolina. And limping to the sideline is Jalen Green. Hopefully he is okay.
Yeah. And obviously, you want to see what's best for him health-wise, but as a fan, you'd like to see him be able to continue to play tonight because he is fun to watch.
A timeout on the floor here at Kezar Pavilion. 14:58 to go in the game. Let's go cross court and the check-in with R.C. Davis. Well, we'll go to the highlight reel first.
That's Bishop. That's a nice finish over Gahan there on the second attempt. And here's Dallaire. That's the travel.
Yep.
So that dunk did not count. He had a wide open look. Then a Gahan. Nice look there.
And then Dixon just making some room.
All 6'7", 250 he used right there.
Just clearing out space.
There's Gahan. He's had the better of Wiseman in a couple of back-to-the-basket matchups here this half.
See, even that, just an intelligent move, makes a little dribble, get around the defender, and able to throw it down.
Nico Mannion able to split the defense. Nice little in and out dribble there. And there's Wiseman with the jam. We know he can throw it down harder than that, though, but nice play there. And then Ryan Antoine in transition.
One of the things that some of the scouting reports that I read about Antoine said that when they need him to be more assertive, I haven't seen any of that tonight. So he's been as aggressive as you would want.
Yeah. I think for the most part, a lot of these guys have shown that aggressiveness tonight.
Gahan on the inbounds play had it knocked away. Isaiah Wong in transition. It gets rotated downstairs, and Springer going hard to the rim, rewarded with 2 free throws.
Gahan thought he got all ball there. He went straight up, but it looked like he might have got him with the body. Springer, guy we haven't talked a whole lot about, mentioned Rocky River High, a top 20 recruit who's known for his finishing ability and his versatility on offense.
The thing they say he always gets you is a great effort, which is a thing that coaches look for at any level. Give me a guy with a high motor. Harvey, nothing there. James leads his own break and fires away. And this time it's Wong who gets fouled. And Team Just Us will go back to the free throw line.
Gahan again picking up the foul. We were asking the event organizers in this game, all right, so how many fouls? Is it 5? Is it 6? and then guys told us, well, if he gets to 5 or 6, we'll make the foul limit 7. We're not trying to see anyone foul out tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not the game for that.
Kind of like Summer League, NBA Summer League. It's 10 fouls and you foul out. Believe it or not, that has happened before.
Wow. substitution. Igeham will leave the floor. Achua comes back in, and now Robinson Earl will wear 21 for Team TCC. That's the team with the ball right now. And they lead by 6. Anthony a little ambitious with that pass. And Springer up and under. Anthony wants to push the tempo. Zach Harvey leaves his feet. Finds a man in the corner. Robinson Earl. It's deflected and it's out of bounds. Robinson Earl's travel team is KC Run GMC.
Nice little play on Run TMC or Run DMC.
We like Run TMC here in the Bay Area.
Yes, we do.
Featuring the head coach of St. John's, Chris Mullen. Oh, and there's Springer, a little cherry picking.
A little bit of a double clutch there.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of like it.
Show off one time for me.
Anthony with a full head of steam. Oh, wow. Beautiful pass. Dallaire gets an easy one thanks to the penetration and the court awareness for Anthony.
He's got that New York playground pickup game, Cole does.
Steph Curry just pointed over to Greg Anthony on that one. Edwards continues to be aggressive.
He had 11 in the first half. Give him 13 now.
Oh, beautiful pass by Anthony. Cole Anthony is just taking over this game right now.
Oh, he is putting on a clinic. These last couple of possessions have been a thing of beauty.
And that was not an easy pass in traffic. Springer gets the hometown roll off the front iron. And good hustle back in the steal. Wong showing the quicks again. He's done that a couple of times tonight. Now steal by Springer. He's got a 2-on-1 and Wong ahead of the field will go up and slam it down. And I believe this is the first time since the opening maybe moments of the contest where Team Just Us has the lead.
Yeah, TCC got out to that 7-0 lead and really hadn't looked back, and Seth Curry is loving it.
Comes out to greet his squad. And if you don't think there's any sibling rivalry between the two coaches, well, guess again, there is. Here during the timeout, we're going to find out how the donations are going, and let's go across the court and R.C. Davis.
You know, guys, this is the 5th year for this Steph Curry Under Armour Select camp/game, and it's grown each year. Last year, the game was televised on ESPNU, but this year, the thinking was, let's try something different. A live stream on Facebook to make the game more interactive. Well, all proceeds for tonight's event go to benefit Nia Wilson's family via the NBA Players Association. If you recall, 18-year-old Nia Wilson tragically killed on BART a few months back. So Steph and his brother Seth are donating 100% of the proceeds for tonight's game via the Players Association. You can look for the donate tab, as Tim and Kevin have been saying all night, on Steph Curry's Facebook page. Tonight, guys, over $21,000 have been donated. Steph and Seth always keeping up with their charity. Tim and Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, RC. We should talk about a couple of players who are banged up and not able to play tonight. R.J. Hampton is one. He's from Little Elm, Texas, which I think is just a great name for a town. But anyway, he likes Shakespeare of all things, can coach you some Shakespeare. And he is the number 3, depending on where you go to get your recruit information, for the class of 2020.
Yeah, a consensus top 5 guy who's getting some top offers from Duke, Kansas, and Texas. You mentioned that he's into Shakespeare. He's a 4.0 GPA student, so you got to like that.
He'd love to be out there and watching some of the action. Josh Green as well, unable to play tonight. So we look at some of the play on the floor right now.
This is the Springer dunk, a little double clutch. And here's Cole Anthony.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Offhand, off the dribble, on time, on target.
Like that. That was a thing of beauty.
Josh Green, 6'6", 185. 7 of 12 Pac-12 schools have made offers for him. Dallaire ghosting down the baseline. One-point game. A team in teal on top. See, there's Wong again. A little hesitation dribble. Gets into the heart of the defense.
Anthony's able to stay in front of him that time.
Dallaire fouls Springer before he can do some damage. Del Curry on the bench says, run it again. So apparently they have put in little action as well. And that's knocked down from distance. Edwards is not a shrinking violet here tonight. There's Anthony. My goodness. No matter who they put on him here in half number 2, he has gotten to where he's wanted to go on the floor.
He has some speed on him.
And there's Springer starting to heat up. That was not an easy shot.
Step back. He was pretty quiet in the first half, but he's had a couple of dunks here in the second. Gotten to the foul line, then hits the triple right there.
5-point lead for Team Just Us. Trying to match that 3, no good. And Robinson Earl, offensive board. They're starting to get into their rhythm here. Boy, Springer wants this, couldn't get it off. Yeah, drive down the baseline in a bucket for Brakefield. Halfway point of half number 2. Slipping and falling down on the play was Achua. Jalen Green, number 3 for the team in black, is back in, and Dallaire to sit down. The reason I mentioned that at this moment is it's good to see him back out there. He had looked like either banged a knee or rolled an ankle earlier, but apparently he is fine.
Yeah, limped off the court. Good to see him back out here.
He's checking Edwards right now, but run through a series of screens, and Edwards, a little bit of daylight, cannot get it, and a bad pass off the rebound by Brakefield goes out in a turnover on Team Just Us. Chua, who got off to a great start in this game. There's the dangerous Cole Anthony. That doesn't go, but right there again. Robinson Earl getting to the glass here in half number 2.
Showing off the athleticism that time. Getting involved, doing the dirty work offensively.
Tim Roy and Kevin Daniel with a what a move by Springer. Oh, man. He used his body to protect the ball so that the bigger shot blocker couldn't get to it. At some point, I'd love to see that again because that was just fantastic. Five-point lead for Team Just Us. Anthony trying to whittle into that here. Trying to split traffic, and someone got caught with a hand in the cookie jar. Might have been Greg Gant Jr.
He almost split that double team.
So there's Robinson Earl with the dunk. Subs coming in. I haven't talked about Greg Gant too much. Trinity Christian out of North Carolina and already committed to Providence College. Well, that's a tough shot in traffic by Achua.
Yeah, but another note on Gant, he's a top 60 guy, and this is the third straight year now that Ed Cooley and Providence have been able to land a top 60 prospect. As that school has become a perennial NCAA tournament team.
Gant, who just got subbed out, but where's number 4 in this game? He mentioned when he committed at the time that, hey, it was the relationship with Coach Cooley is why he committed.
Yeah, Cooley's been able to bring some nice guys through that program. Of course, you think about a guy like Chris Dunn a couple of years back.
Stripped that time, and Gahan had it go off his leg.
Providence
on Team CC
has been able to produce pros at the NBA and the G League / overseas level pretty consistently.
Well, we can go back to Johnny Egan, Lenny Wilkins, and Jimmy Walker in the 60s. Bad pass by Team Teal, goes out of bounds. Of course, I was always a big fan of that Ernie DiGregorio Providence team. Went to the Final Four. Of course, one of their most famous alums right now is Doris Burke.
Yeah.
Former point guard for the Lady Friars.
A great analyst on ESPN and ABC for NBA games.
Rayfield leading the charge. Dishes. But the jumper on the wing by Scotty Lewis is short. Anthony back for Team TCC. Has a lane and gets fouled en route. And I think that's going to get us to another timeout here at Kezar Pavilion. The SC30 showcase game. And so here during the timeouts, the teams are going to talk it over. Steph Curry is having a very busy week. Not only is he at camp, he's here coaching the game, and he's also going to be hitting the links. Let's go to R.C. Davis.
On the web.com tour, in the Ellie Mae Classic at TPC Stonebray in Hayward. Last year with Santa Cruz Warriors general manager Johnny West on the bag as caddy, Steph shot back-to-back 74s, good for 8 over par, missing the cut by just a few strokes against golfers who do this for a living and on the cusp of making the PGA Tour. Not unlike the G League, Kevin.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, RC. He actually finished ahead of 3 web.com tour players last year on the leaderboard. This guy has a 0 handicap, so he knows how to play golf, obviously, at a very high level. It'll be interesting to see. He shot 8 over last year. Yeah, maybe this year he can get that down to 6, 5 over, beat a few more players on that leaderboard.
That's Kevin Dana, the voice of the Santa Cruz Warriors. I'm Tim Roy, voice of the Golden State Warriors. We're here at Kezar Pavilion in San Francisco. We've got a tight ball game, a 3-point lead for Team Just Us here in half number 2. Some of the best talent across the country in high school basketball. These are players you're going to see at the Division I level, and who knows, maybe in the National Basketball Association as well. The one story I have about Steph's appearance last year in the tournament was that Johnny West told him, initially he said, they played a practice round, and he said, Steph, I got to talk to you about something. And Steph thought it was something serious because he goes, man, you got to get a smaller bag. This is too hard for me to walk it. So they had to go a little lighter bag for him in the tournament. If you've never caddied, if you're walking 18 holes a hot day with a big bag, that is something to do to work on because it's hard. This gentleman right here wearing number 1, Cole Anthony, and you could say that he is the number 1 player in half number 2 so far. He has really dominated play from the guard spot. Matched up with another great point guard right there in Nico Mannion. Wiseman at the post. Back to Wiseman it goes. Attempted a handoff, but knocked out of his hands by Green.
And if you think these guys don't know where they stand in these rankings and they see guys who might be 1 or 2 spots ahead of them, you're kidding yourself, because of course these guys know that kind of stuff. And you think Cole Anthony would like to surpass a James Wiseman on those recruiting rankings? Of course he would.
And even just there before the ball was inbounded, you saw Gahan, who goes high in the placement for position in an all-star game before the ball is being thrown in. He knows who he's playing against. He knows a good showing for him in this game is going to help his cause. And he's competitive. You want to play against the best and be as good. Mannion with a very nicely done kick in the air.
Hey, you play to win the game, like Herm Edwards says. You play to be number one. And Cole Anthony certainly trying to show that tonight.
Herm Edwards, the new football coach at Arizona State.
Technically the CEO of Arizona State football. They kind of changed the names around there under the new leadership model.
Steph Curry in front of his bench. Steph Curry has expanded the coaching box to the other half of the court. Achua launches from the corner. And the rebound inside. There's Brian Antoine. That was assertive right there. Bishop. Dixon. And now Mannion. Nice pick and pop. Mannion keeps it alive. And he'll fire away. All right, Gahan would have to be on your all-game team as of right now. Who comes
Certainly
away with this?
mine.
Yep, Achua does. Green not afraid to fire, and then Dixon has to foul inside, and again, there's a Gahan. For a young man like Gahan, who, by the way, if you look at his footwear, one white sneaker, one black sneaker.
I take it this isn't the first time he's done that.
Fashion statement, or has something been misplaced?
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know. But I always wonder about Aiden's a young man. He's very excited to be here, but this is a total culture shock. Ireland's so different than the United States, and you wonder. And there's a great look at the footwear. Thanks to our director and our great camera crew here. Doing great work. What a great shot that was. He missed the free throw. But again, he has to adapt to an entirely different way of life, so to speak.
Yeah. Ireland not known for its professional basketball league.
No. Was it Pat Burke? Pat Burke, maybe the last one to play from Ireland. I think that might be true. Boy, the competitiveness coming out there in the foul. On the drive by Scotty Lewis, the whole bench of Team TCC let out that wail of despair that you only hear in a basketball gym on a foul call.
It feels like the defensive intensity picking up a little bit. As expected, you have a one-possession game. There's 5:39 left. You expect the screws to tighten up a little bit.
Yep.
Might be an all-star game, but, Tim, they want to win.
The other part about this, and you and I see this at the professional level, what's happening here, too, is that there's also being friendships forged here. They're going to last a lifetime, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is very true.
So we're tied, 92 all, 5:35 to go. Let's buckle up. Anthony, what a move on Mannion. Had him looking the other way, but the ball deflected away, and now just for Team Just Us on the break, and Dixon with the left hand. That looked like a disaster for a moment there. Long jumper, no good by Green. Edwards. One-on-one, dialing long distance, and casually finds the range there.
Kind of rocked his defender to sleep. Pull up triple. Money.
just like that, inside of like 40 seconds. It's a 5-point lead again. Harvey wants to go. Got hit on top of the head.
Scotty Lewis kind of breaking up the team TCC huddle. They had all gathered around the foul line, and Lewis poking his head in here, saying, all right, that's the play. Clapping his hands. Kind of a funny gesture there.
Harvey hails from Topeka, Kansas. Hayden Catholic. Those two make it a 3-point lead. Just us with the lead of the ball. Manning, you saw him with a play call there. See what happens here. Little pin down for Edwards. He's had the hot hand and can't find the range.
That was an NBA three.
Yes, it was. Antoine. Dallaire had it deflected. But it's Harvey who goes up, and a great block by Wong. Will they count it? Or is the foul before?
Looked like they waved off the shot.
They'll do it again. Precious Achua. Anthony. Foul line extended. Cut off, but somehow spins his way to two more. Oh, man. Edwards gets pushed and dunked. Will they give him continuation? No.
If this was a pro game, that's continuation. Each of the last two fouls.
Look at the Just Us bench trying to get that bucket. Edwards, he can feel it right now.
Yeah.
Down to 3:55 to go. Oh, Edwards. Sweet launch, but the long rebound. Achua. Harvey sets up shop. Good fake by Dallaire and reaches up with a beautiful drive. Showed the confidence here after traveling on a similar move from the wing. Mannion, nothing there. Achua. Anthony deflected away by Mannion from behind. That's going to leave Edwards with a breakaway. And he puts on a show for the fans here at Kezar.
Ooh, the windmill. And Anthony Edwards, he has had himself a ball game. Got to be nearing 20 points by this point.
Boy, Anthony's been very, very good, but Mannion made a play. He got beat on the play, but made a play to get the ball back for his team. And we've got a 1-point lead for the team you see right there, Team Just Us. Seth Curry conferring with Del Curry. There's assistant Bruce Frazier there. Bruce Frazier, who helped run some of the workouts that they were at the Ultimate Fieldhouse in Walnut Creek, as we take a look at some of the late game action.
Antoine on the follow with the two-hand hammer.
And there's that deflection.
Dixon rising up.
Man.
Edwards showing off the handle.
Yep, swing through and the step back. That's a very tough shot to defend. And how about that move?
Cole Anthony, to me, has been the best player in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed it on that play. Why? Great distribution as well.
I like that move by Dallaire because earlier he had traveled on a similar play, went right back to it. And there's the play by Mannion that knocked the ball away.
That led to this.
Yep. Now both teams make a couple more substitutions. Brakefield back in wearing number 7, along with Springer, who wears 9 for Just Us. Anthony matched up this time on Wong. 1-point lead for Team Just Us. That's the team in teal. Here's Achua. Down the lane, big hop, and the finish on the rim and down.
Hadn't called Achua's name in a while, but goes back to the well there.
So it's a 1-point advantage. Seesaw position here. Springer turns the corner. Couldn't get it high enough off the glass. And Anthony finds the open man. 3-ball, right corner pocket for Brian Antoine. Edwards bumped off his drive, and that'll be a side out.
So we just got some updated stats from R.C. Davis, and that last dish gave Cole Anthony his 10th assist. So he has a double-double now, 14 points and 10 assists. And Anthony Edwards leads all scorers with 21.
Final 2.5 right now. 4-point lead. Ball deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be Team TCC ball. Wong out, Mannion in. Chua number 5 sets the screen. Anthony waves away, now calls him back. Here's the screen set. Trying to work on Brakefield. Hesitation. Use everything in the toolbox.
Give him the game MVP.
Yep. Edwards makes it a 4-point game. Seth Curry trying to get his team to get a stop here with 1:40 left, down 4. Both benches standing right now. Anthony stumbles but makes the play. Achua had it stolen. And a foul. Anthony Edwards, who is making a name for himself. And he knows where to go. He walked right down to the free throw line. He was no hesitation, so I know what this means.
Even though that ended up in a turnover, Anthony, even as he slipped, still kept his dribble and passed it off. Heads up play.
Now it's a 1-possession game with the first one. Make or miss. It's still a 1-possession game with 1:29 to go. 105-103. Team in black with a lead in the ball. The son of Greg Anthony against the son of Pace Mannion. Midcourt, Anthony stolen. Mannion with a steal. He took it away. 2-on-1, goes to the right side, misses the layup. He had a man open and couldn't make the pass, and a timeout for Team TCC.
Jaden Springer was calling for it, and he ended up getting in the way of Mannion as he was trying to go second side. It would have been a tough pass for Mannion to make on the break.
A lot of times what you don't realize on a fast break like that is that you have to give the passer the angle. You can't just be on the other side of the defender and expect to get the ball. You have to read the play and create an angle. Now, I still think Mannion should have made the pass, but yes. But he did something which we thought was not going to happen tonight, and that was somebody picking Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
And that's the second time he's gotten him. A couple of minutes ago, it poked it away from behind, led to the fast break, a windmill jam for his teammate Edwards, and then that time picked him clean.
Watch this, though. Finds the open man. That's all you want a point guard to do. Don't force things.
Yep.
Read the play. And then this one. Oh, my goodness.
This was the highlight of the night.
Oh.
Goodbye, Jamin Brakefield.
And that's not a slight at all.
No.
That's a move that would have left many frozen in their tracks. There's the play you were talking about right there, only to be stolen by Edwards.
And then Mannion.
Let's take a look at this, see if we see an angle. Here's the steal. It still goes and gets it. Right there, he could have made a little bit of a lob pass maybe.
That would have been the moment right there
to
make that pass. But as soon as he got closer to the rim, he had to take it.
So full court pressure by Team Just Us. They're trailing by 2. Delaire to Green, and Green will bring it up. Anthony working off the ball. Springer there defending. Green terminates. Finds. Now over to Anthony goes. Doubled. Pump fake Delaire. Stumbles. Goes up. And a foul or a travel? No, shot clock violation.
I'm going to say he didn't get it off in time.
Wow.
That's a close one.
Steph Curry is on the floor. He's going over now to his brother, saying, "Get back on your side."
For some reason, I don't think Steph Curry's going to get it technical.
No, not in this game. So here we go, a chance to tie or take the lead. Mannion over the top to Edwards. Edwards backs up. Shot clock at 10. Pulls up for the lead. Got it! 25 seconds to go. No timeout. Steph Curry says play on. Anthony with it. Driving hard right side. Doubled. Throws it up top. Achua. Achua baseline to the corner. The jumper. It's up and no good. Rebound. Anthony fights for it. Taken away by Springer. And he gets fouled with 6 seconds to go.
Well, Anthony Edwards, a guy who, again, was a late add to this camp. I was talking about Cole Anthony being the game MVP. Anthony Edwards is north of 25 points now. And he had the shot of the night thus far.
Love Springer's toughness there. That's a ball you have to have, and you can't be subtle about that.
There's one thing that we've learned from Jaden Springer tonight is that he is a competitor.
Yep. Now he's got a chance. And he missed the free throw, but the rebound to Dixon, it's blocked and a foul. Clock down to 4.4.
You know, I think if you're team TCC, you're happy that that's a foul call instead of another inbounds pass that takes another second or two off the clock.
I mean, in a perfect world, you may have said, okay, go ahead and just, back that out if you could. But when you're a rebounder like Dixon and you get the ball at point-blank range, that's your instinct. Go back up. First free throw does not go down. Igehan in, Anthony out, which gives me to believe that Steph Curry's going to call a timeout after this. 4.4 showing on the clock, a 1-point game and a lead here as Dixon gives just us a 2-point lead. 4.4. Steph Curry was trying to get the ball advanced to midcourt. Timeout has been made. 107, 105, 4.4 to go. What an entertaining second half of basketball.
Oh, it really has been. I mean, really well-played game all throughout. The intensity has picked up really from about the 5:40 mark on. We really saw that defense really ramp up both sides of the floor. Nico Mannion with a couple of great plays on Cole Anthony.
But again, just going back to that, Anthony has dominated the second half, but yet Mannion and Springer are just showing the type of competitors they are.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Igehan, he's been battling maybe the #1 recruit in the country all night long in Weissman, but has shown no timidity, no fear. He has battled him the whole way, and you could make a case he's outplayed him tonight.
Yeah, he has. When he's had his back to the basket, there was that one play where he found a cutting to Brian Antoine for the easy lane. That was a nice play. He's had some dunks out of the low post. He's finished well in transition. I have really enjoyed watching Aiden Igehan this evening.
The crowd enjoying the action here tonight. And if you think that there's going to be in a year's time a lot of very happy colleges and coaches, yes. Maybe less than that, depending on when the certain player commits. There's Del Curry getting mobbed after his three-point exhibition. Here we go, 4.4 to go. Up top, Brian Antoine. The three. It's good! And the buzzer! My goodness!
Unbelievable. How about that for a finish? Brian Antoine, we were just showing some three-point contest highlights. He partook in that. He hits the biggest three of the night from about 25 feet, hand in his face, falling away from the hoop. It doesn't matter. How about that for a finish?
No question that's going to deserve a second look here. The game winner for Brian Antoine, and I have to tell you, that was a really difficult shot.
Here he is. Mannion's all over him. He's falling side saddle away and drills it as time expires.
Wow. And Steph Curry gets on top of the scorer's table to celebrate his victory. Just make sure he gets down okay.
Yeah.
And what an exciting conclusion here to the SC30 showcase game part of the Steph Curry Select Camp. And of course, thank you for all your donations tonight to benefit the family of Nia Wilson, up for the handshakes and hugs. And aside the times, everybody has their cell phone out.
Yeah.
So.
Had him out for Del Curry shooting the threes, and there at the end for that Brian Antoine buzzer beater.
So I'm going to give you a couple of guys that I thought really established themselves. Obviously, Cole Anthony, the best player by far in the second half for either team. I thought Aiden Igehan from Team TCC was really good tonight. I thought he showed us something. From Team Just Us, Mannion made a couple of big plays in the game. I think you could see what kind of talent they had there. And I thought, especially in the first half, Isaiah Wong showed quickness and an ability to get to the rim that's going to serve him well. And, of course, Jaden Springer, who is a real competitor.
Yeah, and another guy I liked, Eric Dixon, the big guy, 6'7", 250, the Villanova commit. They're really using his weight well down low. And how about Anthony Edwards, the guy who we just got the final stats in from this one, and Anthony Edwards ended up with 28 points in this game.
Anthony Edwards, I believe, gets the co-MVP award with Cole Anthony. Is that true? Edwards getting a trophy from Steph Curry. A nice moment for Edwards, like you mentioned, late addition to the camp and came in and really showed himself. And here's Brian Antoine with the game winner. I think he gets the MVP for Team TCC for hitting that game winner. Cole Anthony, also another MVP tonight. I think there were co-MVP players there.
Cole Anthony had a double-double, 16 points and 10 assists. Antoine led Team TCC in scoring with 23 points to go along with 5 rebounds.
So a very successful end to the SC30 showcase game. See the fun that happens in a game like this. We've been glad to bring it to you here, streaming live from Kezar Pavilion. I hope you enjoyed getting a chance to watch some of these great high school players who are going to go on, we believe, in just about every case to have a great career, because we've got some great talent here, some of the highest rated players in the country. See the players starting to head to the locker room. Don't forget, look at that donate tab on the page, and donate in partnership with the National Basketball Players Association. You can help raise some money for the family of Nia Wilson. It's just a heartbreaking situation for the Wilson family, losing someone in such a senseless way, and we hope that we can make their lives a little bit easier by donating some money tonight. So please make sure you click on that tab And before you say goodnight, because it's about time for us to say goodnight here from San Francisco, California, Kezar Pavilion. I'm Tim Roy for Kevin Dana, R.C. Davis, our great crew here, the great cameraman, director, who put up this broadcast so you could watch and enjoy some of these great high school players. Thank you from all of us. We hope you enjoyed watching the SC30 Showcase game, and please have a pleasant evening.